Tell us about the summer overall. Obviously, you had to do a lot of legwork on the recruiting trail to get all these new guys in here. What was that like overall? And give us kind of a recap of all that.
It was a whirlwind. The spring was a lot of time getting to know people, making sure that we're getting the right kind of person in the program, and making sure the fit was there. And it was a little calmer than the previous off season. At least having our roots here and knowing what it looks like at Washington State. So really just did that until June. Got everyone eligible, got everyone out here, and just been kind of grinding for about 4 weeks now with our guys, and it's been fun to see them take these steps and develop into a team.
I got to ask about Simon. He's over there shooting in some sort of like boot. What's his status right now?
He'll probably be out. I mean, for precautionary reasons, just for a couple more weeks. Yeah.
Coach, how's the jump shot looking right now for you?
I was over there getting some jump shots in with the guys, trying to get in shape for the beach in Spain.
The last month, as you guys are bringing in all of these new guys, especially guys from all over the world, what's kind of been the biggest key to try and assimilate them into this new team, and how much can you rely on Parker and some of the guys who've been here to help that process?
Yeah, we got a good crew of 5 guys returning that have kind of showed the guys the ropes. And I think we've got a great group that's really bought into trying to become a team, trying to become a unit. And it takes a want to for that. And I think we've got that. So we just got to spend time with each other, try to compete, try to be in the gym as much as we can with these guys, and kind of build that fire early on.
Is the biggest thing right now the relationship part, or is it, X's and O's and learning you and your coach's staff's terminology?
I think the relationships matter a lot on and off the floor, but really it's just kind of knowing how to talk to each other, knowing how to have those conversations, what makes the players tick, and those on-court conversations that those guys got to have, that takes practice, that takes time to be able to build that.
Coach, as you prepare to head overseas, what's your goal for the program, and how do you plan on rotating these guys while you're over there?
Well, the big advantage for these trips is you get some extra practices and extra time with your guys in the summer, and so we really worked hard and spent some extra time in the gym, and I think we grew as a basketball team those 10 days, and now our goal for the next 10, 11 days is to teach these guys how to travel, how to see the world, learn about different cultures, and just being out of their comfort zone alone will help them kind of rely on each other a little bit more. I think that'll be a big part of it, but really to go see the world and show these guys a little bit of different cultures.
How did the Europe tour come together? At what point did you determine that you wanted to make this trip, and then who helped make it possible? Like folks like Pedro, right?
Yeah, that it's something that I did my second year at Eastern Washington. As a coach, we went up to Canada and did a foreign tour, and then 4 years later went to Australia, and just seeing the guys react to traveling and getting away from home and going to a different country sparked the interest. And then having all these Europeans, our assistant Pedro Garcia Rosados from Malaga, and so he's our travel agent. Most of the funds for these European tours end up going to like the travel agents or whatever that plan all these things, and we're lucky we don't have to do that. We got Pedro to run the show, and just I think the idea of spending time and doing different stuff outside of basketball is kind of the appeal of it.
Was this tour kind of in the works when you were doing some recruiting, and did this help kind of sell anybody on coming here?
Yeah, I think it's definitely something that we talked about with recruits, and I think it's part of the whole overall experience and what we value, and we might have tipped the scale on a couple of these guys. You never know.
And then just how have you seen kind of everybody meld, obviously with all these different backgrounds? What has helped the team connect the most?
I think that everyone's got a good understanding of basketball. They're all gym rats. It's been crazy just to see the amount of time these guys spend in the gym and trying to develop for next year. So I think just the basketball side keeps them all together, because we got guys from all over the world, all over the country, and it's just cool to see that common theme really be able to unite them.
Is there something about players that come from the overseas that you specifically like in basketball players that you seek out? Is there something that not to say that the Americans don't have, but just something that they focus on, or maybe another kind of an eye they can put on the game?
I think it's a little more common the way we play over there with some read and react stuff. I think there is some of that. At the same time, it's just kind of, we got relationships there. Washington State has a huge amount of credibility over in Europe and all over the world, really. You know, we got pros in Japan, Australia, Europe. So it's pretty cool to have that recognition, and I think we just try to make sure that we're finding the spots that work for us.
I would imagine, you know, it would be nice if you could just start the summer and already know who your starting five was going to be in your rotations. But how fun is it for you with all these new faces getting to kind of mix and see how guys play together and see how different units play together and things like that? Yeah,
we've got a really open look right now. It's probably as open as it's ever been since I've been head coach. And I think that's really exciting. We got some guys that have really taken some leaps this offseason, and guys that came in that can do some things. So it'll be fun, and we've really tried to dive into that as coaches and mix up the groups and see who plays well together. Our computer science department has been helping us out. We got some lineup data for practices, which is pretty cool, and I just think it's going to be a whole offseason of us figuring out that chemistry.
Coach, EY and Emmanuel both said the word versatile when we asked them about their play style. Was that something you kind of targeted in your recruiting? And is that something that you were really looking for this year, maybe possibly, you know, guarding 1 through 5, and how that kind of got into your process in recruiting? Yeah,
I think the way we've developed guys and excelled is we've had versatile guys. You know, we call our front line is typically blurs. Like, we don't know if they're a 3, 4, 5. You're just kind of a player at that position, and I think those guys fit that mold. And they also have great size and physicality, and that's definitely something that we were recruiting to and trying to get a little more physical this year.
I think he let you off the hook a little too easy with Simon. It says here he's not going to play. Is that related to the injury?
Yeah.
It is. Okay. And then is Brunel just going to redshirt? Is that the plan for him?
No, he'll be joining us, and he'll be out here. We'll make those decisions on red shirts in October.
Well, it just says he will not play. So I was wondering, like, what the plan with that was.
You're just getting guys in school, and he got here a little later and all that. Yeah.
I asked Emmanuel about this earlier, but with guys from, you know, all over the world, have you learned anything interesting about their cultures or food from their country that you like, or anything like that? Yeah,
we've got these guys trying to share a little bit about themselves, and for most of these guys, either myself or Pedro has been over to their country, their hometown, and got to see them a little bit. I think that really matters, as these guys want to feel comfortable, is making sure that they get to share a piece of their home with us.
You mentioned the computer science department giving you some lineup data. Is that like from practice, and when did that start, and how has that helped you so far?
Yeah, we had right when I got here, we made a point to meet with some people over there, and we've got an internship going where they've got our live stats going for practice, and this year we've taken it up a notch where we get some lineup data and be able to see who plays well together.